So a client reached out wondering if I could do alterations on her wedding dress. I asked her when the wedding was and what exactly she needed. She said she bought the dress off the rack and she loved it. It fit fairly well. The straps were a little loose, so they kept falling off, as well as the waist was a little bit too big, so she wanted it to be just a little bit more fitted, and so she wanted that taken in, as well as the back of the dress. She wanted to put in a bustle, simple bustle, so that she could move around during the reception and all of that. And I was like, okay, come in, let's see what's going on. So she came in. This is her in the dress. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this dress. Pictures are not doing it justice. Beaded lace, it was sparkly, had this sparkle to it. And I look at wedding dresses all day, every day, but this was one of the most beautiful dresses that I've seen. So for sure, the strap was a little too long, so it kept falling. So I was gonna take that in, shorten that. The back as well, there was a bit of gaping, so I was gonna take that in the back as well. And she mentioned she wanted to find out if I could add sleeves to the dress. I was like, what type of sleeves? I need inspiration pictures to see if it's something that I can actually do. So she was like, okay, I'll send some inspiration pictures. And so these were the inspiration pictures that she had sent. She sent quite a few, but most of them were kind of like in this style. And I was like, when you are trying to change your wedding dress, I want you to kind of look at dresses that are very similar to yours and see if that kind of converts to what you're trying to do. So these dresses, if you can see, the sleeve is pretty much the same fabric as her dress, and it gives a nice seamless finish look, as compared to her dress had a single like strap. And so I suggested something like this. So have a mesh sleeve with applique sewn on, and I told her I would order some samples of applique that we could use and then go from there. But she was fine with that idea. She actually liked it. And I was like, it would flow better with your dress because the lace wasn't really covering the whole dress. It was kind of like spread out. And so I thought it would be more flattering to have that kind of style on the sleeve as well. So I ordered the fabric that I was going to use, and she selected this one. Was very close to the lace on her dress. Cut out the mesh sleeve using a pattern. I didn't want to create that, so I just used the pattern that I had. Kind of sewed it together and compared, just trying to figure out how I was going to place it. I pinned the applique on. I didn't sew it on because I needed to see if the sleeve was going to fit her. So this is her for her next fitting, and just showing her how the applique would be laid, how she wanted me to position it. And she was fine with that. The sleeve was small, so I had to go back to the drawing board and make the mesh part big. I also asked her about the finish, if she wanted a raw edge finish or folded. She wanted it folded. So once that was done, I finished up all the alterations. This is her for her final fitting. Showed her mom, who was on FaceTime for every appointment, how to do the bustle. That is her. There were tears. Every fitting had some tears, but this is the final look of the sleeve. She absolutely loved it. This is her on her wedding day. Gorgeous. Love the way it turned out before and after. How did I do?